Okay, so honestly, if you're gonna tell a broke man you prefer wealthy men, say it in a different way. Say, I prefer men who are very ambitious and successful in life because, you know, I have more in common with them. And like, I don't want to get in your way of you reaching your goals because, you know, and things like that, because I see that, you know, you're still you're still working towards all your goals, and I don't want to stand in the way of that.
Now, this is comedy gold. She's basically saying, how are you worried about gold diggers when your account balance screams bronze? It's a funny but valid point. If you're so focused on testing people, maybe take a moment to test yourself too.
How financially taken care of do you expect to be when you're in a relationship with a guy? Or can he just make any level of money and it's okay?
I mean, he just needs to be able to take care of me 100%. Like, my money's my money, your money's our money, I feel like.
Okay, wait. My money's my money, your money's our money. So, like, you get into a relationship with a guy, does he need to be paying what? Like, your rent, your car? Like, how, like, where do you...
Yeah, like, if we're even not living together, like, yeah, you need to pay the rent. Or if I need something, you should...
Okay, let's ask about the prerogative. Just answer me this. If your money, and my money is my money, and my money is your money, how does that benefit me?
As a man, I do firmly believe that a man should pay for everything. And there's several reasons for this. One of them is just to avoid the 50-50 completely, because there's no way to do a 50-50 that works. Because either you're going to have the problem where you treat everything straight down the middle and it's transactional, and then if one person makes more money than the other, that person always feels like they're getting the short end of the stick. Or you have to like subsidize the other person, in which case the other person feels like, why am I subsidizing you? It's not good.
Well, I have a quick question.
Okay.
Since you do support us,
right,
is there ever a time where you feel I'm not providing something like to you? No. And how do you not?
Because I'm the man.
This creator makes a great point. The whole gold digger narrative isn't just about individuals, it's tied to societal norms. Men are often expected to be providers, and some women exploit that expectation. But let's be real, it goes both ways. Everyone's got to bring something to the table.
My wife has a high value man.
Wait, high value man?
What?
No, we're in a high value relationship.
So I ain't a high value man. I'm a high value man in a high value relationship with a high value woman. And we both got value. He asking me like, oh man, you married, if you get a divorce, she gonna take half. I didn't build this shit by myself. As we were able to build, we learned together. We played different roles. When I'm stressed out and trying to figure shit out, I can lean on her. I got some mentees that I used to rock with that I changed their life, and I see these niggas say something bad about me. And she was like, well, what you mad about? Fruit don't stay on a tree forever. They have their season. You can't expect one mentee to be your mentee forever. The fruit is going to fall and you're gonna bear new fruit in the next season. It's just now somebody else's turn to come and for you to harvest and pour into somebody else. And I'm like, damn, that's deep.
How do you attract a high value partner, someone that you truly are like, you know, you want to maintain it? Also, like, once you attract them, how do you keep them around?
A business partner of mine that he used to teach the retreats with, he's a big NFL player, that he said, you know, any woman can attract a man, that's easy, but to keep a man, that's where the skill comes in. What I noticed, the older you get, the more set you get in your ways, and the more you start seeing having a man in your life as a chore versus a blessing. You're like, I have to stop this, I have to make dinner, I have to do this, especially if they're in corporate America. And they're already taking guidance from a man there. Now I gotta go home and take guidance from another man. It's a whole mind. I think that tactical components comes in everything I say. When people come to me and ask about their partner, I say, well, let's talk about you first. So if you want to attract the person that you want, you have to be the person that you want to attract.
Now, this is what it's all about. A healthy relationship where both parties bring value to the table. It's not about money, it's about mutual respect and effort. If more people focused on building together, we'd hear fewer of these horror stories.
I love you, and you making her happy. It's no who gonna your like her. It's no gonna you like her. It's no gonna do for you in the time that you might need her the most. Ain't nobody gonna be there. That will die for you. She knows she can't swim, but she gonna jump off a bridge for you.
Facts.
Get a who you love and make her love you. That's the thing niggas don't understand. It's not just for you, cause they might in the first like, oh, all right, I just want a nigga to flip for so on, whatever, blah, 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 blah. You really like her, bro. You do what you know she want you to do. You ain't gotta be the cutest nigga. Why you think these other niggas be having the baddest bitches?
Trying to figure out.
Cause they do what they know they want them to do. She can't find a nigga who look like Will Smith gonna do that for her. So she gonna accept your ugly ass when
I take care of my wife though, but I'm saying like she still gotta add value to me. You ain't bringing nothing to the table. You just said you ain't bringing literally nothing to the table.
I am the value.
What are you bringing though to the table
Me.
though? What is you like? What are you bringing though?
Whatever.
That head and that, but that's listen. That's all you bringing. That's not enough for me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Really?
I worked hard to get where I'm at. Like, man, who I think I'm just saying this. I just gotta.
Think you're better than me?
You are crazy.
Really? I'm crazy?
You crazy.
I mean, and I'm crazy?
You are crazy.
What the disrespectful right now?
I'm disrespectful right now. I'm just being honest with you.
Disrespectul. You're
I'm just saying,
questioning
you just sound like a pretty bum right now. You say you bring nothing to the table, but you want a guy to pay, all your bills.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense.
Whatever.
Whew. So, real quick, guys, this is like I said in the beginning of the video, a response to the last video. So, I touched on a couple things pertaining to, relationships, high value women, high value men, income, status, things like that. And y'all just came for me. Some of y'all, not all y'all, but some of y'all. In the comment section, when I mentioned the whole 50-50 thing. So watch that video first if you haven't yet, because it's a lot. Now, I did not even get into everything that we talked about, myself and my friends, in that discussion with y'all in that video, because that wasn't the point of that. But since it's a popular topic and it's a popular topic of conversation online and such, let's touch on it, and let me respond to some of the comments and things like that. Now, the reason why I played this clip for y'all first is because I was trying to show you guys that everybody has different perspectives on how they look at the whole relationship 50-50 thing, and to each his own. Everybody can want what they want and have their own opinion on how they perceive how relationships should work. But in my opinion, and this is speaking just for me, guys, like I said, I don't mind going 50-50. I think the relationship as a whole is a 50-50 thing. It's not just financial, it's everything. If you're in a relationship with somebody, I believe that both parties are getting something. One party in the relationship should not be getting more or less than the other person. And sometimes that is the case, but you got to pick up somewhere. You got to do something. Now, I feel like the guys, specifically the ones that had, their panties in a wad about this whole topic, in my last video's comment section, I feel like a lot of men that have this mentality of, a woman, I don't believe in a man doing everything and paying for everything, and the woman gets to keep her money or don't do anything or don't whatever, don't contribute to the relationship, financially, whatever the case may be. I feel like those guys that think that way, first of all, were raised differently, number one, and number two, are low-key insecure about where they are financially. Because when you think about it, the guys that have the mentality of, I'm a man, I'm supposed to be the provider, I'm supposed to take care of home, bring home the bacon and all of that, you can tell that those guys were raised differently that way, number one. And number two, they're very secure in their finances. I would be very shocked to see LeBron James, saying his wife need to be 50-50 with him, or needs to, pay on their $50 million house, so she needs to chip in on the mortgage too, when he's a billionaire. I would be very shocked to hear Elon Musk talk about, well, I don't know if he's married. He got mad baby mamas, but I would be shocked. Mark Zuckerberg, these high net worth individuals, saying to their significant others, no, you need to be paying too. I don't care if I got it. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You won't hear that. I doubt it. You won't hear that from those type of guys because they are secure in their financial situation. And most of the time, most men that got it like that don't want their woman, even if she got it, they don't want her to have to contribute or whatever. Now you have to bring something to the table. I'm sure they're also not tolerating a woman not doing anything. You know, who wants to be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't do anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't bring nothing to the relationship, nothing to the table. You don't, you know, support me. You don't cook. You don't clean. You don't, you know, you can't have good conversation, educated conversation. You know, you can't stimulate my mind. You can't, you know, motivate me. You can't do anything. Like, no, nobody wants to be in a relationship with somebody who can't bring anything to the table. But it all depends on the individual and what they're looking for and what they want. So I'm not knocking, you know, the guys that feel like their woman should bring something to the table financially, because those guys just, I feel, are not there financially. Their pockets just ain't there. It's a big responsibility, I feel like, for a man to have to sustain an entire household by himself. I think a lot of guys are intimidated by that. You have people that can't take it. You have people that, like, you hear stories of guys killing their whole family, wiping out the wife and the kids because the wife is pregnant and he can't even, oh my God, like, we're already in debt. We're already struggling. Now we got another baby coming. And how am I going to do this? How am I going to whatever, when you know the wife is going to have to stay home with the child and raise the kids and take care of the baby. I got to be the one to go out, and now I got to make more on top of what I'm already making. And people just, they lose their minds and they can't take it, you know? So a lot of guys probably feel like, damn, that's too much pressure for me. I can't take it. I'm not bringing in that type of money. So the pressure just gets to them and they just can't take it. And then you have the ones that do, you know, make the money, and then they get married, and then it's like, oh, women just want to marry you so they can take your money and take half your shit at the end of the day. Now, me personally, guys, I do not agree with alimony. Child support is one thing, but alimony, yes. Like, I don't know where that came from. I don't believe in, I'm not with you no more, but I still have to take care of you. I still have to pay for your existence. That's crazy to me. That's wild. I don't know who came up with that shit, but I'm not with the whole alimony thing. When I get married, we're signing a prenup. We're signing a prenup. I sign, you sign. My shit before we got together is my shit. Your stuff when you got with me is your stuff. And whatever we built together after we get married, yes, that can be split 50-50. I'm cool with all that. But beforehand, anything I have before you, that's all mine, and vice versa. And none of this alimony, none of that. I'm not with it. I think it's a stupid concept. I just don't feel like, I don't agree with the fact that you're not with somebody anymore, but you still have to pay for their existence. That don't make no sense to me. Which is, it's just crazy. So I don't agree with that. So like I said in my last video, no. Yes, I am okay with going 50-50 because I'm secure in myself in that way. But would it be nice? I mean, everybody would like to sit back and just be taken care of. I mean, if everybody could do it, everybody would. So I don't see why a lot of people had an issue with me saying that. You know what I mean? However, like I said, I do feel like you need to be bringing something to the table in some kind of way, even if it's not financial, because nobody wants to be with somebody who's just going to be there, just a bump on the log. Like, eventually people are going to get tired of you and keep pushing. You can only admire a pretty face or a BBL for so long. After a while, it's like, okay, what else is there about you? What else do you bring to the table? Reverting back to that clip, like, you can't just say, I bring me, I bring myself, I bring the vibes, no, that's stupid. No. What do you bring to this relationship to make me say, okay, I really, okay, you're bringing something positive, you're bringing something of substance to my life, okay, we could do this together. You know what I mean? So, and the women that feel like, no, a man should pay for every single thing and I don't have to do anything, and he's the provider, he's this, he's that, you know, I bear his children, I cook and clean and this and that, whatever the case. Everybody has a right to their own opinion. Everybody has a right to feel how they want to feel. But on the flip side, with the men that are not content with their pockets when it comes to paying for everything, the women that feel that way are not content in themselves as well. Because there's no reason why, even if your man is out here working, paying all the bills, that you can't be doing something else. Now, even if you're home taking care of the kids, you know, taking care of the house and this and that, you still should be doing something else for yourself. Because what happens when he's not making that money anymore? You know, economy takes a hit. You know, people get laid off, people get fired, people get injured, people die. You know, what happens when that money is not there anymore? What are you going to do? You can't just sit back and say, okay, well, my money is my money, his money is our money. Like, that's just the craziest thing I ever heard in my life. So women need, those women that want to sit back and think that I can just be pretty and just show off some titties and ass, and I'm going to just get, you know, a high value man that's going to fund my entire life for the rest of my life. Like, it happens. It happens out there. You got some thoughts out there. You got some bops out there that really do, you know, grab a simp and make it happen. But it's not realistic. It's like a 1 in a million chance a lot of times that happens. And the women that put themselves in that position, they're only doing themselves a disservice, you know, because if you sit back and you think that you're going to depend on a man your whole life and think that he's always going to be there, number one. Number two, he's never going to get tired of you, or nothing's ever going to happen, and you don't ever try to better yourself. You don't try to, you know, start your own business or have your own little side hustle or do something to have for yourself that's independent of your whatever it is your husband's doing. You're only doing yourself a disservice when it comes to that. So that's my response to that video. I feel like everybody is entitled to their own opinion. If you're a guy that feels like 50-50 is the way to go, then just find a woman that's willing to go 50-50. And if you're a woman that feels like, no, I don't want to pay for nothing, and a guy should pay for everything, then you're going to have to go out there and find a guy who's like that and who's willing to just pay for everything, bring home the bacon, and all you got to do is, you know, cook, clean, and bust it open for him every night. And if some guys are simple, that's all they care for, that's all they like, and that's fine. But just make sure that you have something for yourself as well, because you don't want to get left, you know, you turn 40, 50, 60 years old and your man gets tired of you and he want, you know, some young tenderoni or whatever the case might be. He leave you high and dry, and now you're back out there and you're trying to find your way again and you're starting from scratch, you know? So it goes both ways, but at the end of the day, a relationship going 50-50 is not just about financial. It's never just that. 50-50 is in everything. You have to be, both parties have to be bringing something, how to be getting back something that they feel is enough for them to continue the relationship and to keep it pushing and to keep it going. So get your pockets right. At the end of the day, just make sure your pockets are right and you can take care of yourself. Man, woman, have your own. Have your own so you don't have to depend on anybody. You know, if I say I don't mind going 50-50, but I wouldn't mind being taken care of, yeah, that's what it is. But if I'm going to be taken care of by somebody, cool. But I know that if shit hits the fan, I'm still going to be all right because I still got my own. I still have something to call my own. And once again, I'm the type of person that when I'm in a relationship, like, it's not just about me. You know what I'm saying? It's about the both of us. So, like, keep it simple. I give you what you want, you give me what I want. So if I say, like, okay, my love language is quality time, physical touch, and acts of kindness, I can provide what I'm asking for. So like the clip said, whatever it is you're looking for, you got to be that to attract it into your life. So if you are attracting people or you know, women that use you or whatever the case may be, you might be looking in the mirror and see what is it that I'm doing that's causing me to attract these kinds of women, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? The law of attraction is everywhere. It's always at work. So you have to know within yourself who you are and ask yourself, would you even date yourself? The kind of person that you are, If you was looking in the mirror, would you want to date you? You know what I mean? If you broke, you ain't got no money, and you're unambitious, and you're dirty, and you're lazy, and you don't have nothing to call your own, and you just laid up, and you ain't got nothing going for you, would you date that? How much fun would that be? Not a lot of fun. You know what I mean? So level up your life, level up your surroundings, level up the things you go for, level up the status of your life. Even if it's not tangible right now, just see yourself already there. Have a plan for what it is you want to do, and then go for it. And then everything will fall into place on its own. You just got to make that choice to go out there and do it. So for all y'all in the comments, this is my response. I laughed at a lot of the comments that I saw. A lot of them, some of them, kind of got to me a little bit, because I'm like, damn, a lot of y'all just came from my throat. And I'm just like, what is up with these guys? It was mostly the guys. It wasn't the females. The females weren't really like taking it like that. But for guys, I mean, a lot of y'all, those of you that are like, listen, you got, your panties all in a wad behind this whole 50-50 thing, or a woman needed da-da-da-da-da. You got to get yourself together, because a lot of times guys don't want their woman to pay for anything. They don't want nothing. They want to take care of everything and feel needed and feel like a provider and feel respected and looked up to and needed and all these things. And if you lack those things and you like, nah, I want to sit back and lay up in my feminine nature, and no, I need to be taken care of. You need to do this for me. You need to do that. You need to pay these bills. What the hell? Like, you know what I'm saying? Once again, it's not just about financial all the time. There's other ways to be 50-50 also. And if you're that kind of guy that has that kind of woman in your life where she's really not providing anything to you, because a lot of times when a female is not providing financially, she's providing in other ways. So usually when she's providing in other ways, it kind of makes up for that other part. But if she's not cutting it anywhere, then it's on you. It's on you to find the right person to be with, because you do have users. You do have women out there that really feel like they're the best thing to ever be grace this earth, and they don't got to do shit, and they could just sit back and just be pretty, and everybody's just going to fall at their feet. And a lot of times they get humbled, and a lot of times they don't. So it's on you to pick the right person that you want to be with. And and the person that wants to be taken care of and the person that wants to go 50-50, you're both right. You just got to find the person that matches that ideal. Period. So that's my piece. That's what I got to say in response to that. I don't want to keep this video any longer. Drop a comment below. Let me know how y'all feel about these conversations. I know this is not really trading related, but it's about life. Life is life, and it's a part of life, and it's something we got to deal with every day. So this was fun. This was a nice little topic. We're gonna get back to our regularly scheduled programming after this. But yeah, drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and let's keep conversation going. Y'all be good. As always, it's your favorite female trader, Charlene FX, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.